Join us as we explore Slovenia and see if it really is the ultimate paradise for kids. Can we find the best spot for family fun?
So, let's explore places in Slovenia that are perfect for families. What we wanted to do is mix up the must-see sites with the kid-friendly spots. And of course, we want to share with all of you useful tips that we discovered along the way.
As parents, we've all been there, searching for that perfect vacation spot that caters for our kids' interests while also being enjoyable for us. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, right?
We want our little ones to have a blast, but we also want to relax and make some of those amazing memories together. But really, the challenge can be overwhelming with so many options to choose from.
But what if we told you there is a place that has it all? Slovenia, nestled in the heart of Europe, is a treasure trove of diverse landscapes and rich culture. From the majestic Alps to the charming coastline, it's a place where your little ones can run free, explore, and make unforgettable memories.
So let's start our adventure in Slovenia's capital, Ljubljana. It's a completely walkable city with a very large section of its old town being pedestrianized. Now, for us with very young kids, it's very important because that means that you're not constantly having to worry that there's cars around, and it allows them to walk a bit further and explore on their own. Well, of course, we're still with us, but it allows us to be a bit more loose in terms of being able to walk around the city.
Ljubljana Castle is a top attraction here for kids. And here's our first family tip. Come when it opens and definitely get entry tickets if you have little ones.
Yes, you have the option of just taking the funicular, but we really suggest actually getting the tickets so that you can enter the different attractions that are around inside the castle. Now, firstly, there is a funicular that goes all the way up, and of course that offers fantastic views. If you get the chance, try and see if you can get the kids closer to the glass facing the city, because as the funicular goes up, they get a very good view of the city down below. Now, when we did visit, there's also an amazing digital art exhibit that our kids couldn't get enough of. I think the both of them just really wanted to stay there. So this exhibit is in an area that I think looks like a cellar, and they really blended it well, that it's not just the typical different seasons. It's blending it so that it looks like there's sections where it turns to a city or a town, and they're blending the different seasons as well towards it, as well as artists from, I believe, Slovenia that they've incorporated into that exhibit.
So we just got into this room in the embrace of Impressionism, and it's by the artist Matej Sternen. Huh? And Richard Jakovic, Ivan Krohor, Matija Jama. And so these are the artists that put this composition together. And it's given lots of different sceneries, and the transitions are amazing, and the whole room is lit up. So there's lighting on the floor, the ceiling, on the walls. Ayla and Renzo liked it.
Next to it is an interactive puppet museum. Oh, our little ones had such a blast playing with the puppets.
You can control the hands. Clap, 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 clap. No. I'm gonna walk. gonna run. I'm gonna run.
Hello, I'm going to tell you stories.
Clap, 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 clap. So yeah, we've explored this part of the castle where they have the puppet exhibit, and kids have had a lovely time playing with the puppets. They're very interactive, and there's a variety of stuff that they can play with. I think this is one of the good museums for kids that you can visit. I don't know though if this is a permanent exhibit or just a temporary one.
But it's a good shout to be here while it's raining.
Absolutely. When it's a rainy day, this is a perfect place to go to.
So, what we also really liked about the castle is how family friendly it is. Even in the museum sections where they have exhibits, they actually installed like digital mini games in the different panels that the kids can interact with. That means that you can actually have a bit of time looking at the exhibit while the kids play in that digital screen. So it's in a number of key areas where you're looking at the different exhibits that are around.
Yeah, but Ljubljana doesn't end there really. Walking around the river, you'll discover some amazing bridges too. First, the Dragon Bridge with its 4 guardian dragons. That's a popular spot to visit. Then there's the Triple Bridge or Tromostovje. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Welcome to the Free Bridges!
But that's actually 3 beautiful bridges side by side, so that's quite unique here in Ljubljana.
It's probably the first one that we've seen that's designed that way. And
Yeah.
I really like that it's like in the middle of the area and it's very pedestrianized, as we mentioned it. There's no cars around, so you can just walk around freely, and it's a very unique bridge, that one.
Just watch your kids, especially the little ones, because the
gaps.
gaps between the I don't know,
The pillars.
the pillars in the bridge are quite huge, so they can easily go through. And then there's also the Butcher's Bridge, covered in love locks, so that's quite common, isn't it? And then the elegant Cobbler's Bridge, which is designed by famous architect Jose Pleknik, and the historic Radecki Bridge, one of Europe's old cast iron bridges as well.
Now, if you're with young kids and you need an afternoon break, you can also head to Mala Ulica. It's a small indoor playground where you can have a quick coffee and just burn off any remaining energy that the kids might have in the afternoon, so they can have fun, they can play around in this indoor area. It is closed off, so that means that you can enjoy a bit of coffee while the kids play.
And another great option is renting bikes. Now make sure that you book this ahead of time, as bikes do get rented quickly, especially when the weather is quite good. We got a bike rental service just actually near the Dragon's Bridge. It was also quite close to where we had breakfast on that day. We will link more details about the service in the details below, but that's something that you can also think of doing. Now there are several family-friendly spaces for cycling. First option, of course, is a park. So there's Park Zvezda, and it's perfect for beginners. It's mostly flat, it's close to Old Town, and it's also traffic-free.
So I think if you're similar to us, where it's just the kids that have the bike, this might be the perfect option for you, because you can pretty much just walk there while the kids cycle, because of course they won't be cycling as quickly.
Tired. So we're here in the center, and we figured Park Zvezda, where it's a nice open space. It's a Sunday, the sun is out, and it's our last day here, and we decided that we just let the kids play with the bike. So you can rent a bike in Ljubljana. It's just I think 6 10 euros for 5 hours, and I think it's 20 for the whole day.
There's also the option for you to go to a bigger park, which is the Tivoli Park. And it's a family paradise because it has multiple playgrounds for different ages. It has paths that are easy to cycle for kids. It has the beautiful Tivoli mansion, has several sports facilities, different picnic spots that you can use. There's a cafe, and of course it's stroller or pram friendly walking paths, but it is quite of a walk from the city center, so it will take you a few minutes to get there before you can enjoy the place. But it is a good option because it's a huge park for you.
What we did realize is that when we were going there, Google suggested a particular path that's pretty much going to one of the main roads. What we realized going back is there's another alternative path that pretty much is leading you to the different sites and the shopping area. So you may want to consider that one because it goes under one of the busy intersections for cars there. So it's pretty much a nicer stroll to get there. You will see a lot more when you're going to that park. Now, what if it's a rainy day? So don't worry, we also have you covered because that happened to us. We ended up in a rainy day and we had to come up with an idea on what we can do because a number of those attractions are outside that we wanted to see. So here's an option you might want to consider.
Mini City. That is our top pick, easily reachable by bus routes 6B and 8. It's actually like Kidzania, if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
It's like a miniature Ljubljana where kids can play different grown-up jobs. They explore a mini hospital, or I think I saw a dental clinic as well.
There's a mechanic.
There's a mechanic shop. There's a little shop. A construction site, so it's perfect for ages 3 to 12 perhaps. Definitely for Ayla and Renzo, they enjoy that place, and in fact they didn't even want to go.
Yes, and right across there is a mall, and one of the places that we always like to visit when we visit different countries is the Lego store. So yeah, you can have a look around that Lego store as well. Particularly during that time they had an event, so it's an Easter event where they were asking you to look for different stickers and you can get a small prize. So it's a small Lego set as well as stickers for the kids, and of course it's Lego, so they do have fun there.
So we've just come from Mini City, and rather than going straight from where we were staying before, we decided go to the bus station. Still a few minutes further, but what we realized is it's just a few minutes in the bus, so you do spend.
Yeah, we did. But how many minutes? We spent only maybe 5 to 10 minutes in the bus, even
I think
less.
it was around 10 minutes to. If you're going from the from the bus station, it's a lot quicker.
Then there are the amazing day trips. We used Get Your Guide for these, and they were fantastic. We have longer videos on locations where we're about to mention, and we will add the links to them in this video.
So let's start off with one of our first trip, which is the Postojna cave. So it's really magical for kids here. So what's really nice about it, which the kids absolutely love, is it's an underground cave, but to get into it you have to take actually a train ride. So it's an open top, almost like a minecart train ride to get in. It was a good few minutes to get in there, so you really are able to spend some time just taking it all in, and it's a very large cave. So once we got in there is quite a long but non-step path to go around it. There's also a real-life baby dragon called Ohms quite unique here is that if you do see it, which we did at the end of that trail, I think they don't have any ice, this particular one. There are other ohms in different areas, but this one particularly, I think structurally they don't have ice. It's unique to this particular cave. They do have an interactive exhibit as well. Just remember though that if you are going to the cave, bring extra layers, particularly for the kids, because it's always 10 degrees inside there, so it might or it will feel cold when you're in the cave.
And right nearby is the incredible Predjama Castle. It's built right into a 123-meter cliff. It has secret tunnels to explore. It features night armor exhibitions. It has special treasure hunts for kids. And the cave system is amazing when it's open. So that's definitely one of the highlights that we have as well.
Now, another trip that we took is going to Lake Bled, which is of course one of the must if you are going to Ljubljana. So how you make it fun with the kids, there's a couple of options. If you are there on your own, meaning you didn't take a tour, you do have an option to rent some of the boats, so you can of course go around, go boat riding with the kids, maybe feed the friendly fish that's there. But if you are in a tour, what we would suggest is taking the boat ride to the island in the middle. So that's one of the attractions, of course, that are there. You do have an option for an electric, and we opted for somebody rowing us over to the island. It does take around 15 minutes, so enough that the kids get excited on riding a boat, but not enough that they get bored that it takes a long time. It is quite good. The people there has been doing it for quite a while. They do get you there quite quickly, even though it felt like it's actually a bit far, but it wasn't really that. It didn't take as long as we thought it would. And once you get to the island, of course, there's a few activities there. We rang the bell for good luck, of course, one of the activities that they like. Particularly Renzo, he has a fascination now on climbing towers. There is a tower there that's part of the ticket where you climb up, get a good view of the lake from the middle of that tiny island. One of the advantages of being on the tour as well is being able to go to Bled Castle, which is very close if you're using public transport. So you do get a very good view of the lake and the surrounding areas on top of that castle. There's also a few areas. There's actually a small tower that we didn't know that you can enter. Good thing that somebody told us, oh, you can go inside. And there's a few different like experimental experiments that the kids can do and look at, which is quite fun. They did enjoy that particular area.
Then here's another insider tip. If you're in Ljubljana on a Friday, check out their open kitchen. It's this amazing open market where you can sample food from the city's best restaurants. It's perfect for introducing kids to new flavors as well. And remember that only happens every Friday. So if you're going to plan your activities, make sure to use that as your anchor and then plan around that if this is the type of thing that interests you.
Yes, and of course that doesn't run for the entire year, so do check the schedule to see when it's open.
Yeah, look inside, Daddy. It's a mousse. It has chocolate, mousse, raspberry, and what's that? Vanilla. Can I bite this?
Yeah, you can bite.
Try it.
You can bite all of this.
Try it, Ayla.
Now you try.
I did.
No,
Yummy.
you try that one. I'll try
Good,
this
Daddy.
one. I'll try this one.
Okay.
You try that one.
Okay. Well, is it good?
What's the licking for?
So the excitement on our kids' little ones and the sense of adventure in the air is really what makes this experience priceless. And it's not just about the big experiences, it's also those little moments where you're just eating in a cafe, having that cream cake, and sampling those local treats. in one of those bustling markets that really make the experience worthwhile.
So these are the moments that make Slovenia a kid's paradise. A place where memories are made and laughter echoes through the valleys.
So there you have it, Slovenia, a destination that caters for families with rich culture, diverse landscapes, and array of different kid-friendly activities. So it's an ideal spot for your next family vacation.
And if you've got a favorite family travel destination, share it with us in the comments below. And if you're curious more about European adventures, be sure to check out our next video. We'll be exploring more hidden gems and sharing tips for an unforgettable family trip. Until next time,
Bye!
bye!